ALLDAY Projekt. Probably one of the most hyped and one of the most hyped groups to debut. Now, ALLDAY Projekt has been on my feed like since pretty much their promotions happened. When I did some little research, I found out that they are indeed very, very special individuals. And I mean, this all coming from a label that hasn't been doing much, but in the 2020s they're pulling moves like signing Rose, debuting their first girl group, and their first group ever called Meowth, which I will do a reaction to them as well in the future. And now they are debuting a co-ed group consisting of 5 people, and those 5 people are very, very interesting individuals, as I said earlier. Now in this video I want to break down what ALLDAY Projekt is about and who these people are, and I also want to talk about the Black Label, because this company is special as well, because they have been around for 10 years, but they are just doing their moves now. And why? This will all be broken down in this video as best as I can, and this will also be a little introduction video to ALLDAY Projekt and the Black Label. But more to the Black Label later on, and let's start with ALLDAY Projekt. So, as I said, ALLDAY Projekt will debut on the 23rd June of 2025 and have 5 members and are under the Black Label. Now, something important to know about this group is none of them have set positions and none of them is the leader. And also very important, they are a co-ed group. What does co-ed mean? Co-ed means a system where both male and female are educated in. So they both train and learn to debut. So literally every public school is co-ed. Co means together, like humans and animals, we coexist on this earth, and ed is for education. That's literally what co-ed means. And if this doesn't ring a bell for you, one of the most popular co-ed groups today is Card. There are 2 males, 2 females. Okay? You get it? Nice. Good. In ALLDAY Projekt they have 3 women and 2 men. And we're going to start with Annie. And she was born on the 23rd January in 2002. She's Korean, and also something really, really important is she's close with CL's sister and G-Dragon. This says a lot. She comes from a really, really wealthy family, and with wealthy I mean the Samsung company wealthy, because some members of her family are higher ups in the Samsung family, and she wasn't allowed to debut until she was accepted into a uni, and she did. Her mom didn't actually believe that she would get into uni, but she did, and her mom kept her promise, because she was like, no, you won't become a singer. Like, that was her dream when she was 7 years old, to become a singer. And her mom was like, no, you're just not going to be a singer. And to be honest, I can understand her mom, because it is a very unstable environment. I mean, you can lose everything in a second. So that's why having a backup is always great. So that's Annie. Now we have Tarzzan, who was born on the 27th of September in 2002 and was a model. I think he still models, but he was a model for YGK Plus and is a dance major. Now listen, he was a dance major in Busan. So he went to a university in Busan and is a dance major. So he is also very, very popular for his dancing, but he can rap. I mean, his inspiration is literally Lil Wayne. And really, having a dance major in a group is insane. He had his modeling debut on the Seoul Fashion Week in 2022. So 3 years ago. And if you just look at him, it makes sense that he can model, like he is a model, like he is cool. And also something that I want to say is I have seen a lot of hate on Tarzzan because of his hair. He braided it, and to be honest, this is not a problem. I don't see why people literally demanded him to be removed from ALLDAY Projekt because of this. Braiding your hair is not racist. I don't know where this idea came from, and other cultures also have braids. So I don't know what it is about like some black people being so offended that people of other races wear braids. It isn't a problem. I mean, if Koreans aren't allowed to wear braids, we shouldn't be allowed to wear hanboks as well. Just saying. So this doesn't make sense. So he didn't do anything wrong, he is not racist, and it is okay if you want to wear braids. Go do it. And don't come into the comments and start to defend this idea of just black people are allowed to wear braids. It is wrong, and this is even a racist thought. Just saying. It is not wrong. I'm African, I'm Ghanaian, and I'm saying it is not wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. Go braid your hair if it suits you, it suits you. You look beautiful in your braids. So Tarzzan, don't change your hairstyle. Now, we are coming to probably one of the most talented individuals in the K-pop industry, Bailey. She's from Orange County in California, and she is, if not the best dancer in the industry. And I'm not even capping. She started giving dancing classes when she was 14. And she worked with the biggest K-pop artists there are. She did the choreographies for some songs. And also she worked with Jackson Wang. And I think a lot of people know that. Now, I'm just giving you a list on songs she worked on, okay? She worked on the choreography on these songs. She worked on Empire with Wangi and Minnie, Red Velvet's Psycho, Taemin's Idea, Don't Call Me by Shiny, aespa's Savage and Spicy, Peaches by Kai, and Taeyang's Vibe. She worked on those choreographies, but fully did the choreographies from scratch. She did Taeyang's Shong. So this is insanity. So she being in a K-pop group and debuting is insanity and is so great. And that's is one of the points why ALLDAY Projekt is so talked about, because of Bailey. God damn! She gave dance classes when she was 14. I was playing Pokemon when I was 14 and searching for a job. Yes, Switzerland danger joke. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why this group is so talked about, because of Bailey. And yeah, I mean, if you were working on big songs, like those songs are all big, like she only worked on big songs. Anyways, this is insanity. Now Woochan, maybe some of y'all will know already, because he was a trainee at Cube and Big Hit and almost debuted there. He almost debuted in a group called Trainee A, but it got cancelled on the 23rd of December in 2022, sorry. And is also a talented rapper. Now listen to this. He was on Show Me the Money 6 and was the finalist at 13. To this day, he is the youngest finalist in Show Me the Money history. And if you don't know what Show Me the Money is a rap contest where hip-hop artists actually go there, like smaller ones to get recognized. This guy went on there, was a finalist at 13. But he also had quite a work at Cube too, because he worked with Hui and was a feature on Wake Me Up. And also in 2019 he produced and released a mixtape, so he can produce as well. So now we are going to halt. We have a well-fleshed dancer and singer in Annie, a dance major and rapper in Tarzzan, a choreographer in Bailey, and we have a full-fleshed rapper in Woochan. Do you know how stacked this is? And I'm even not on the last member. That's why I wanted to do a separate video for it, because this group is stacked. Now we are going to the maknae, the youngest, Youngseo, and she was a Source Music and SM trainee. And listen to this, she was supposed to debut in ALLDAY, but she left by herself. She trained with New Jeans as well, so she is also a great dancer. She left ALLDAY pre-debut to join the Black Label, because one of the biggest arguments for that was she wanted to do her music, or the music that she feels comfortable with and she wants to do. And you can do that with Black Label. And with Source Music and Hype, you all know how this whole hierarchy in Hype works. I'm not a fan of it as well, but they get stuck into one genre kind of, and they have to stick with it until they disband, and that's something that I don't like. But she knew when she's going to Black Label, her dreams will come to pass, and she went to Black Label and she got in, and now she's debuting with ALLDAY Projekt. But why the Black Label? And why is it such a sought after company? Because let me tell you this, in the 2010s it wasn't. But some big things happened in 2020. But let me just tell you how the Black Label started, and then probably it will make sense. So the Black Label was founded in 2015 and is an independent sub-label from YG Entertainment. Makes sense now, huh? So the 22nd September in 2015 was a really impressive day for YG Entertainment, because they thought, do you know what, at our height, in our prime, let's create a sub-label. And the sub-label was founded by Teddy Park and Kosh. They were both big producers within YG Entertainment and still are, and they are still the owners of the Black Label. Now, their first signing they did in 2016, where they signed Zion T and Somi, who then later debuted in 2019. And if you know Somi, in 2019, 2020, 2021, she was quite active. And I haven't heard her songs now, but I think she's still with the Black Label, but I think Zion T left. 2020 was a weird year, kind of, for everyone, because Corona hit, and a lot of smaller companies tried to survive. So what did YG do to keep the Black Label alive? They bought 21% stocks into the Black Label. And if you are in the business world, they became an associate company with that buy. And what is an associate company? An associate company, or associate in accounting and business valuation, is a company in which another company owns a significant portion of voting shares, usually 20 to 50%. Now, they bought 21.59% in the Black Label, and they still have that stock to this day. So YG Entertainment doesn't want to interfere with the Black Label, because they should be independent. YG should be their thing, and the Black Label should be their thing, which is great and should be like that, because if it turns into a hype thing where they buy out the companies and then they're all in that huge thing, it destroys the companies and can destroy groups, as we saw. In this case, an owner does not consolidate the associate's financial statements. So, you got this? Great. So YG Entertainment bought 20% in the Black Label, 21% to be specific, 21.59% if you want to be very specific, into the Black Label. And this pushed the Black Label because then in 2024 they signed Rose. And this makes so much sense for the Black Label because Blackpink is still under YG, and she being an independent, or she debuting solo, being with the Black Label just makes much sense because this takes a lot of work from YG, which they have enough of because they are debuting another girl group and they are working with Baby Monster, Treasure, 21. Makes sense that the Black Label works with Rose so they can build up money. So giving work to the Black Label and even signing somebody like Rose will attract idols to come to the Black Label. Because imagine this, having big names in a label is also very important because that's why JYP and SM Entertainment are also this big. You can work or be mentored by big idols. Having big names under a label just makes sense. So that's why this move from YG Entertainment was smart. And from then on, it starts building. Because in 2024, also their first girl group debuted called Meowth. And they are also killing it right now. And with killing it, I mean it. Like, I've heard some of their songs and they are insane. So go check them out for you. And then in big 2025, we have ALLDAY Project, their second K-pop group, and probably their most bold debut of this generation. So yeah, so what's the future of the Black Label now? And to be honest, it seems bright. Because in the 2010s, they didn't do much. Like, they just stuck with their soloists and they just didn't do bold moves, which kept the Black Label under the rock. Since YG bought that 21 stake into the Black Label, this pushed them by a lot. And now they can pull moves and sign individual trainees like these. And will they sign more trainees like these? And I'm gonna be real, yes, they are. The Black Label will be growing immensely fast even after ALLDAY Project debuted. I mean, they have big names in there as well, especially Bailey. So the Black Label is a dangerous label, a dangerous company, and they are doing everything right. So yeah, if you want to see my reaction to ALLDAY Project, click on this video. It might be great, it might be bad. I mean, this is the oldest debut of this generation. No cap.